Welcome to Corporate Review. I'm the Economic Development Director, Lauren Royston, for the City of Novi. We're here at Tognum America with President and CFO Thomas Koenig. Welcome.
Lauren, good morning.
Thank you. So how are you this morning?
Pretty good. It's a nice day today.
It's a wonderful day to be here. I'd like to know a lot about Tognum as far as the history of the company and how you got to this wonderful, beautiful facility here in Novi.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a chance. Tognum America is part of the Tognum Group, and Tognum is headquartered out of Friedrichshafen in Germany. We have a long history, about 100 years, and we are manufacturing diesel engines and gas engines for off-highway applications. So, as I said, we have a long history, about 100 years, and in the 1900s, we were formed by the Karl Maybach family, and in the 1960s, Maybach and Daimler at that time partnered together and formed MTU. So in 1994, for example, another great milestone, we developed together with Detroit Diesel two new engine families, the Series 2000 and the Series 4000. So that was a significant milestone for us. And in 2006, Tognum became part of the Tognum family. Tognum America became part of the Tognum family. So as of today, we are jointly owned by Daimler and Rolls-Royce.
Okay. When I look around and I see here the MTU sign, it looks quite familiar to me. It reminds me of the Detroit Diesel, perhaps. So what's the tie-in with Detroit Diesel now to MTU and Tognum?
Detroit Diesel is a sister family to us. As I said, we are jointly owned by Rolls-Royce and Daimler, and Detroit Diesel is part of the Daimler Group, so it's a sister company to us. And we have a lot of business transaction with Detroit Diesel because we are selling engines from them to our end customers.
Okay. Well, tell us about the workforce you have here. How many employees work for Tognum America, and how many do we have right here in this facility?
Here in the US, we have roughly 1,000 employees.
Okay.
So I would say roughly 300 of them here in Novi. The rest in other locations, for example, in Canton, in Brownstown, also in South Carolina and Louisiana, Houston. So quite a lot of places here in the US where we have employees.
Okay, great. And tell us about the type of work that these employees do. What are the main positions that the employees here at Tognum America hold?
Here out of Novi, we support our business. That means we have our sales functions here, our IT, engineering, also finance controlling, HR, legal. So a lot of supporting functions are located here in Novi.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Would you like to share anything else about Tognum America and the history?
I think I explained a lot of things. And I think what is important to us, to the company, is that we have great people and great products.
Thank you. We are so glad that you're here in Novi.
Thank you, Laurie. All
right, well, now we're going to go over to Scott Woodruff, who's going to talk to us about products.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Hi, welcome back to Corporate Review. We're still here at Tognum America. Right now we're going to speak with Scott Woodruff to learn about some wonderful products that are made by Tognum. Welcome,
Thank you.
Scott.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. So at Tognum, we basically have three business units. We have an engines division, we have an on-site energy division, and then we have a component division. Today we're going to talk mostly about the engine and the on-site energy division, but also I'll add in how the component division works. So in the engine division, we sell to primarily industrial markets, marine markets, and then military markets, which include naval operations. On the industrial engine side, we service markets like oil and gas, construction and industrial equipment, agricultural equipment like harvesters and tractors, and then mining equipment like large mining haul trucks and excavators. We also do a lot of pleasure craft and commercial marine engine development. So the commercial marine engines are for things like fast ferries or tugboats or ship assist tugboats. And on the pleasure craft side, mostly our engines go into large mega yachts. Some of the biggest yachts in the world have MTU engines. And also for mining, we have some of the biggest mining trucks in the world that have MTU engines. And so the engines are really structured based on market segments and are customized mostly for the needs of that particular market. On the on-site energy side, we actually make our own engines and complete generator systems. And so those generators do everything from standby power for a hospital or a municipal building to a data center, which is something most people don't know. All the data that is used on laptops and computers that's stored in clouds is actually backed up by diesel engines like this one in case there's a power outage. The other part of the on-site energy business that we make engines and systems for is what we call decentralized power. There's lots of places in the world where having a traditional power plant is not feasible, and so we use large diesel engines together with generators to produce prime power to keep lights on an island, say in Indonesia or other parts of the world, Brazil, the jungles of Brazil. Many of those areas have small populations of people that need power, and these engines are used to generate power for remote locations.
Wow, that's wonderful.
The last part is our components business. We actually make our own fuel system components, and we use those components on our engines and also sell those components to other manufacturers of diesel engines. So we've created quite an intellectual center of excellence that has allowed us to develop engines with very high fuel consumption or very low fuel consumption. We say high efficiency, so it often is confused, that also have very, very small emissions profiles. And so what we've been doing and why this engine is here, this is sort of a trophy for us. This is one of our newest technology engines that incorporates some of these technologies that we've developed over the years into a single engine that brings, in this case, to the mining market, an engine that has extremely low fuel consumption, but also very low emissions profile. And so this engine is able to reach Tier 4 EPA emissions limits without any exhaust after treatment. So that means there's no special devices to clean the exhaust after the engine in the vehicle. So it's a big advantage for the OEMs that use these engines because you don't have to have additional hardware to clean the exhaust and meet the emissions limits, while at the same time you have very, very low fuel efficiency. So this is sort of our mid-range engine. We build engines from 100 horsepower all the way up to 10,000 horsepower for special systems. So this is kind of a guy that's right in the middle, and that's why we picked it for the lobby here. Okay?
So I'm hearing energy efficiency, clean energy. So what can we expect in the future from Tognum and products?
Some of the things that we're working on right now, besides getting these engines established in the market, is also building engines that are capable of running on gas. You know, we have this natural gas boom in the United States. We have an abundance of natural gas. It's not difficult for the engine manufacturers to build an engine that runs on gas. The issue is really infrastructure and fueling that engine with the gas, but definitely we are introducing today, we already have engines that run at landfills and farms that use what we call biogas. So they're running off the gas, either methane, derivatives of methane, or the gas coming out of a landfill. And then you can use that engine to produce electricity. In fact, this particular building here has one of those engines that actually keeps the lights on, and in the wintertime actually provides the heat for the building. So that engine runs off the gas that comes from Detroit Energy, DTE or Consumer Power right out of the gas line, and then actually can run a building or also make the heat for the building. In the case of agriculture, we actually have versions of that engine that run the farm. It also produces the heat. In the case of greenhouses, it produces the carbon dioxide that they need inside to grow whatever the plants, the crops. So they use that as a CO2 generator as well. Okay. So I think later we're going to show you that engine, and that's something that we did here at this building to show the community that we actually are very progressive with clean energy and efficiency.
Okay, so did you hear that new diesel technology right here in Novi. Thank you so much for sharing information.
You're
with us,
welcome.
Scott.
Nice to
Thank
meet you.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back to Corporate Review. We're here with Brian Cole, who's going to tell us about CHP. I want to know what that is too. So welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Lauren. Scott recently talked about some of our products and some of our applications. I'd like to talk about a special application of a product that we brought to North America about 1.5 years ago, and that's CHP, as you were saying, or in long terms, combined heat and power.
Okay.
And one of the great things about this technology is it allows our customers to be green and also to save money at the same time, which is a great thing. So with CHP, I think to understand it, it's good to look at the analogy of an automobile engine. So most of us drove to work today in an engine powered by gasoline or by diesel. That's about 40% efficient. And what that means is about 60% of the energy is lost to the environment, usually in the form of heat. So this is where CHP comes in. What CHP does is it recaptures this energy and repurposes it throughout the area. So what we can do with this is, once we've recaptured this energy, we can use it to provide things like hot water to this building, or to heat this building, or many municipalities that have a swimming pool will even use it to heat their local swimming pools sometimes.
Okay. So really helping out the bottom line just for this facility alone, huh?
Yes, and in addition to saving money, we take the efficiency from an engine by using CHP technology, and we go from about 40%, which would be in our car engines, up to about 90%, which has been really great for this area in being green and in saving energy.
Okay.
Now this works great in many different applications. We have a unit here which we'll talk about in a bit, but this can be used in any application that really requires the use of heat. So any building that needs hot water, any apartment building that needs to be heated, many large municipality buildings that need to be heated. These are all great applications for this technology.
Okay. Did you want to show us anything on this unit over here?
Yes, I'd love to show you this. This is the first unit that our company brought to North America, and this is one of our smaller CHP units. What we have is this unit here that runs on clean burning natural gas. So if we look through this window here, you can see the engine, which runs on natural gas. This then powers a generator, which is behind this building here. This provides electricity for our building. And then what we do is, in recapturing the heat, on the other side of the engine over here, we have our exhaust heat recovery. What this does is this recaptures the heat, and we can use this to provide 100% of the heat, even on a cold February winter day, for this entire building. And these units are all assembled and distributed by our sister company, MTU On-Site Energy.
Wow, that is awesome. So speaking of the building, I would love to hear and learn more about this facility that you guys have located to.
That'd be great. I'd love to show you a little bit more about it.
So now we're going to do a tour of the building.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, so we're walking into one of my favorite spaces right now in our North American headquarters building. This is one of our creative design spaces. What we're able to do in this facility is to add windows around the entire perimeter of this building to enjoy our surroundings, and also to provide nice environments for our staff to be able to think creatively and to solve difficult problems. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this building is, instead of this being a corner office for an executive, we were able to open it up to the people and to allow the people to really enjoy the environment that we have around us.
Tognum America giving new meaning to the corner office. This is beautiful.
Yes, our people are our most valuable assets. We want to make sure that we treat them well.
Okay.
So this building that we're standing in right now is about a 70,000 square foot building, and as Thomas Koenig said, it houses about 300 people. And this building was built in February, or completed in February of 2012. And we worked with a company called Northern Equities, which is also in Novi, to build this. And by working closely with them, we were able to go from a dirt lot to actually 300 employees working in just under 7 months.
Wow.
So we're very proud of the help that we received from Northern Equities and also from the city of Novi, and able to that enabled us to do this in a short time period.
Okay, so what are some of the good features and aspects to this building that you all incorporated when you did the building?
Yeah, so some of the features that we looked at were trying to, we love the Novi area. We love that it's a central location. So what we tried to do is we tried to put this building in a location where, all of our staff could come from multiple areas. And we wanted to also incorporate activities outside of this building for our employees. So we have a Lifetime Fitness very close to here, which is great. There's a Costco, which is a mile from here. We have 12 Oaks Mall. So from a feature standpoint, there's things not only inside this building, but also outside this building in the city of Novi. Coming back to the building a little bit and looking at the surroundings, it's not uncommon to drive in the morning and to have a deer cross your path, or to see a hawk circling outside to the south of the building, where we have a nature area and a nice walking trail.
Oh, that's wonderful. So have a little nature before you start your day.
Yes, exactly. Start things off with a nice peaceful mind.
Okay.
On the inside, what we've been able to do is we tried to create flexible workspaces. So the space that we're sitting in right now is often used for ad hoc meetings, or it can be rearranged and a large table could be put in here for a large conference meeting or anything like that. So one of the great things about this building is the flexibility that we've been able to provide. And one of the areas that we've been able to do this was in our main break area. 90% of the time this serves as a canteen, but when we need to have all hands meetings to communicate things to employees, we're able to repurpose this room as an auditorium and use this as well.
Wow, that sounds great. Can we go take a look at that?
Great, let's go.
Okay. Oh wow, this looks interesting.
Oh yeah, this is another great area that I enjoy about this facility. Being an international company, we often have the need to communicate collaboratively, not only here, but also with areas in other parts of the country and of the world. So what we have here is we have a conference room table that also doubles as a multi-purpose visual aid. And what we can do is we can have up to 6 laptops connected, and when someone wants to display what's on their laptop, they click on a puck, it shows it on the screen, and it'll also show it on screens throughout the rest of the world. So this allows us to collaborate with people in all areas and in all different time zones.
Wow, so collaborative meeting spot and also an upgrade on video conferencing.
Yes, definitely, and a nice window to boot with great surroundings.
With a great view, wonderful. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So this is our main break area, or canteen, that we're walking into right now. And one of the great things about this is people can come here, bring their lunch, have a nice peaceful lunch, or also sit at a table where they can collaborate with others. So this is used not only during the middle of the day, but also for ad hoc meetings at the beginning and the end of the day.
I'm really drawn to the bright colored walls. Any story behind that?
Ah, yes, the lime green walls. This is one of the colors of Tognum, which is our corporation. So throughout the building, what we've done is we've split the building into 4 zones and used 4 of our corporate colors so that we can help direct people that aren't used to the building.
Okay. And look, I see a room back there with vending and a refrigerator, so all the great amenities of a break room.
Yes, this is just about full service. Other than food preparation, we have vending and refrigerators, and on nice days we also have a patio and a grill that's used quite often by employees.
So the employees could grill at work at lunchtime?
Yes, any employee can request to check out the keys to the grill and to have a departmental lunch or even lunch with friends on the grill that we provide for them.
Did you all hear that? You can barbecue at work.
Yeah, there's been plenty of bratwursts and things like that cooked on this grill this summer.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for showing me the cafeteria or the break room.
Yes, and the nice thing about this is most of the time it does function as a cafeteria or a break room, but when we do have all hands meetings, what we can do is we actually have a stage on this side of the room over here that can be set up, and all of the chairs will be repurposed, and we have our all hands meetings on site now, where we used to have to go off site and rent a room. So that's been a great way to keep people here and to collaborate.
Oh wow, see, I thought we were just talking about a break room and then we just immediately went to our meeting room for your whole staff. So that is a great repurposed function of this awesome room here.
Yeah, flexibility has been one of the things that we concentrated on in designing this building, and it's worked out very well.
Okay, thank you, Brian. And I'd also like to thank Thomas and Scott for giving us information on Tognum America and showing us around this beautiful facility. I learned so much today. I hope you guys learned something as well. If you'd like to learn more about Tognum and other businesses in Novi, please go to investnovi.org. I'm Lauren Royston, the Economic Development Director. And please remember to invest in Novi, spend in Novi, come to Novi. Thank you.